Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Dartle onboarding series. I'm Nihal Pradeep, and today I'm going to show you how you can create sessions and session plans within that Dartle system. So once you come to the Dartle platform, you can come into the session plan section here. Place you will see a dashboard here with information on all the sessions. So this only appears obviously once you've added all the sessions and the information's here. But initially, to be able to create a session, you can simply come here. You can either come to the calendar, click on any schedule, and that allows you to add a new session plan here. You can say who this session's for, which group it is for. Now, automatically, if you're within a group, that group is auto selected. So that you can obviously change this setting here. You can say, okay, I'm doing this for all groups or just for one particular group. And depending on that, the view changes. Once you go here, this is automatically assigned. You can say what session name it is, when the time is, and say if you're doing repetitive sessions, you can simply set the recurrence, and then the session happens all the time. Now, the way to do this is if you're an admin, the easiest way would be you can come here into a calendar and create a repetitive session, just say technical session. Just let's just say, for example, you have your under 13 boys training on weekdays in the morning. So you can simply create a session. You can just tap on the starting date and say, okay, I'm going to have sessions from Monday to Friday for all of these days until July 2025. And then I can simply create the schedule. Now, when the coach is ready to plan a session, say the coach now wants to plan the session for tomorrow, you'll see that the difference between scheduled and sprinting. So any session that is created, it'll just say scheduled, and any actual session will say sprint. So if I want to configure that, I can simply take this, drag and drop that onto this, and this particular session will now be replaced. So if you have any existing topic that you want to use, you can just select the topic from this drop down. We have a library of sessions that we provide. You can choose that, or as you keep adding your sessions, it'll also appear in the library here. And you can simply reuse that session by dragging and dropping that onto this date, onto this particular item, and that schedule will be replaced by this. And the parents will get updated, the academy staff will get updated. So all of that updates happens here. And now within each session, you should be able to go in and add particular drills within that session. Again, it's quite easy. You have a form that you can fill to add drills into a session. It's super easy and it allows you to add that. Let me just quickly walk you through how you can do that. You can create a new session, and here you can create a new drill. Again, it's straightforward. You can specify what that drill is, whether you want to record feedback for that drill. If you want to do that drill, there's a number of repetitions. You can specify that. You can specify whether it's a physical, technical, tactical drill, how many duration, how many minutes that's going to be. And if it's a scoreable activity, how are you going to measure that? Your description, your rules, your equipment and objectives, and any video images or documents that you want to give for that drill, right? So once you've created that drill, you have a drill organizer here. Again, we have a drill library, which you can simply drag and drop here or create your own drill as we showed you before. And you can obviously edit this, reorder this, and all of that information to help you your session. So once you've now created the session, you will be taken to the view that I showed you earlier. So now add these drill. Every time you come into a session where you will be able to see the details of the session, who are the assigned coaches for the session, what are the drills being done in the session, and you can mark attendance for your session, for your players here. You can say they're present, absent, or late, just tap of a button. So you can select all of this, or you can select all of this, or you can select all of this, and then that information will be saved. Now, similarly, if you want to say, hey, today there was a star performer in your session, you can simply tap on this and that player will be marked as star performer. And if you maybe also want to do like a feedback or a voting, allow the players to vote for each other, you can just cast the votes here. And then automatically that will also create a leaderboard based on the votes received today's session. So now after your sessions are done, the coach can add a debrief of the session here, a session feedback here. You can either type this in, you can attach a video or an image. You can simply tap on this button and speak into your phone. And that allows our AI powered feedback to be triggered. It records your feedback and then transcribes it and uses that transcription to then pick up AI generated feedback for the players. You can do more things here depending upon how much you want to use this. Even within your drill, within each drill, once you go into this view, you can use Dartle to directly keep track of how long you've been doing your sessions. You can hit the start button here. It'll start a timer based on how much duration that is for the session. You can even give individual feedback to players. Again, this is straightforward. It might be difficult for you to give feedback to players while you're in training, but what's amazing about Dartle is you can simply tap on the voice recorder and record any feedback that you might have. You can say, hey, Jeremy is not keeping up his positioning. He seems a little tired today. Maybe you need to look into that. Or you can say he's been tired for a couple of days. All of that feedback is recorded. That feedback appears both in the session reports in the player as well as the reports that are available to the parents. Now, you can simply scroll through, explore through different sessions. You can click this arrow to navigate between sessions or this arrow to navigate between various progressions within particular drill. Once your sessions are done, you can also directly create individual feedback or individual workouts for players based on your evaluation of the session. This is where the coaches come in and attract and are really valuable. You can create these homeworks to give individual additional workout for the players if you feel like they need to work on certain aspects of their game or training. Now, what the Dartle is going to do is we are going to track how much each coach is using the Dartle session planning and assessment system. And based on their score and usage, we have some freebies waiting for them. We have our partner courses that are available, and we will be making them free based on the amount of usage of the system for each coach. Now, this was primarily our session on how to create and manage training plans. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you for the next one.